So now I begin with my discussion. Do you see my PowerPoint?
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet?
Naka-share pa po yung una, sir.
Okay. So here now is my PowerPoint. Okay. Nakikita ba yung categorical and continuous variables?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Now we start with the discussion of variables. No, from the term itself, no, data that vary. Now, what do you mean by vary? No, data, no, that change. So, like for example, no, my question in the my survey question is, how old are you? Now, what's your age? No, so one respondent answers 15. No, another respondent answers 16. Another respondent answers 17. So data, no, that's not a variable. No, it varies. Okay, or you ask, what's your gender? No, male. Another one answers female. Or if you have Likert, no, you know Likert scales, no. Let's say, for example, you have a Likert scale of 1 to 5, no, and then there is a question. Okay, one answers 4, another answers 5. Okay. Now, if you are conducting a research, no, you must know the difference, no, between categorical, no, and no continuous variables. Okay. For easy reference or for easy understanding, when we say categorical variables, these are the non-numerical variables. No, so it says here, sometimes we call them the qualitative variables. Are you following? Okay. Now, so what are examples, no, of data that are classified under categorical variables? Okay. You can. The first thing that you ask is you ask for the gender. No. Okay. It's important that you know that gender is a categorical variable. All right. When you ask for the civil status, no, of your respondent, so the respondent says what? Single or married. Okay, these are not numbers, no? And as a researcher, dapat alam mo, no, na iba yung take up sa numbers at saka sa not numbers. Okay? Now, categorical variables or the non-numerical variables may be classified into ito yung mga ordinal, no, nominal or dichotomous, or binary variable. Now, let us say, for example, no, your question is gender. No? So, ilang categories yung gender? Example, nilagay mo doon choices, male and female. So, yung respondent mo, sasagot siya male or female. That's a binary categorical variable. Okay? So, iba yung statistics na gagawin natin doon. Normally, no, kapag categorical variables, no, we present a frequency table. No, so sinasabi mo ilan yung males, ilan yung females. What percentage yung males, what percentage yung females. Hindi mo sinasabing ano, the mean of the average male. You don't say that, no? In your statistical result, or hindi mo sinasabing the average female or the standard deviation of male and the standard deviation of female. We don't present results like that. Okay. So, pwede namang magkaroon ng categorical variables, okay, na mahigit dalawa, no? Like for example, no, social economic status, no? Tapos ang choices na binigay mo ay low, no? SES, social economic status, middle social economic status, and then high social economic status. So anong tawag sa categorical variables na to? These are categorical variables with 3, no, or more categories. For a while, I'll just all right. Now, who knows what ordinal variables are? No? Okay. There is order. No, like for example, you say freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Tama? First honor, second honor, third, honor. These are categorical ordinal variables. And mind you, no, if you are working with Likert scales, no, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever is the range of your scale, these are ordinal variables. Okay, next. Okay, so we have this, I'll send this file also to you for your reference. Okay, now the next type of variables would be the continuous variables, or what we call the quantitative variables. Okay, so when you say quantitative, we're dealing with numbers. So these are the numerical variables. Okay, we have classifications also of numerical variables, like we have the interval or the ratio variable. Now, what is the difference between interval numerical variable and a ratio numerical variable? Okay, now in a ratio numerical variable, there is an absolute zero. Remember that, no? Okay, there is an absolute zero. No, let us say, for example, how many attended the seminar of Mr. Bong Canlas? Nobody attended. So 0 attended. Now there is an absolute zero. Okay, let's say, for example, now you ask me, how much is your salary? I am unemployed, therefore I have zero salary. Now there is an absolute zero. Now, as compared to interval variable, another numerical variable, 0 has a meaning. Now, like for example, what is the temperature? The temperature is 0 degrees C, centigrade. Do you have a meaning for C for 100, so 0 degrees centigrade? Is there a meaning to that? I guess that is a freezing point. No? So when you say 0 degrees centigrade, it's not absolute zero. No, there is a meaning to that. Are you following? Okay. Now, do you have questions on categorical and continuous variables? No, because you don't expect your thesis advisor to explain this to you, especially when you are defending your manuscript, already. Sometimes, there are statisticians in the panelists, and they ask you, why is this zone? Okay, so with that slide, okay, you see here ambiguities in classifying a type of variable. When we're now using a statistical software, all those that I discussed, will boil down to numbers and non-numbers. So sinasabi kasi, like for example, yung Likert scales natin, yung numbers, di ba I mentioned these are ordinal variables, but when we do regression analysis, we treat them as numerical variables, so that explains the ambiguities in classifying a type of variable. So sinasabi dito, in some cases the measurement scale of data is ordinal, but the variable is treated as a continuous variable. Okay, kasi may na-remark now, with the use of my Stata. Okay. I'll stop sharing this. Okay, I'll now share my Stata here. Okay. Now, in using the Stata, if you want all things to be recorded, if you want everything to be recorded, so you just you see now my Stata page. Guys, do you see? Okay, you can do this, log begin, let's try it, okay, so file log begin, okay. And then if you see this, it gives you an SMCL file, so pwede mo siyang i-record yung session mo for today. Like I will write session for September 4, 2021. Okay, now I will now open the data file HSB2. Okay, file open. Okay. Now this is hsb2.dta. This is now my file. As I open it, you see that some numbers and some words are now uploaded on the left side, no, of my Stata, no, page. Do you see this? The name, ID, female, race. Do you see this? Do you see SES?
Yes po, sir.
All right.
Yes po, sir.
All right. So if you want to see, no, the Excel file, you just go to the data editor, this one. Ito yun. Okay. So this is actually a survey of 200 respondents. Nakita mo, from 1 to 200. No, 200 students, no? Okay? Coming from different schools like public and private, from different social economic status, no, from different races, and from different genders. What survey is this? This is a survey on the reading score, writing score, math score, science score, and social studies score. So, let me ask, ano yung nakikita nyo? Yung Excel file ba nakikita nyo? Guys, ano yung nakikita nyo?
Yes,
Yung Excel file?
Yes, sir po.
Yes po.
Excel files.
Correct. Okay. So let us say, for example, I ask you, no, I'll change this to gender. Ha? Ayan. You just double click it, no? And then you will have the name of the variable. This is gender, and then you can do apply. Okay. Now, let's take a look, no? Now, for example, I ask you, what is gender? Is this categorical or continuous?
Categorical.
Categorical, correct. Okay, so it's not a number, no? What about if I ask you of the race, no? Is this categorical or continuous?
Categorical also.
Categorical.
SES, that's categorical. School type, that's categorical. Program, no, that's categorical. And then what about read? No, this is the reading score. What is this? This is a
Continuous.
Continuous.
continuous, correct? Writing score, math score, science score, and social studies score. Ayan. Okay, so we're on the same wavelength. So okay tayo. Okay. Now using this, you can use the command code book, no? I'll be giving you a few commands that you can use for Stata, but after this you can Google, no? Marami kang pwedeng gawin, no? Sa Stata. The reason why I'm using Stata here, mas naiintindihan mo siya if ikaw mismo yung gumagawa ng mga commands. Now, like for example, no, I will write code book. Nakikita niyo yung command? Nakikita niyo na ba yung Stata? No? Okay. So this is code book. That's the command, no? Code book, and then kukunin ko yung gender, no? Dito sa left. Okay, anong result niya? That's the result. No? So, sinasabi dito, no, na merong 91 male at saka 109 female. Okay, there are 200, no, 200 respondents, no, or 200 observations. So, using code book, pwede mong makita lahat ang laman ng iyong mga variables. Okay. Now, when I was discussing a while ago, no, yung sinasabi nating categorical variables, I said, no, ang magiging result mo dyan would be a frequency table. No, okay. Now, the command will be to tabulate. No, the command is to tabulate. So that means a tab. No, just tab, and then I'll click the categorical variable gender, and here is the result. Okay. So this is a statistical result already. No, so how will you interpret this, no, in your paper? No, like to answer, how many respondents did you have? You have what? 200 respondents. And out of the 200 respondents, no, 91 or parenthesis 45.5% were males, and 109 or 54.5% were females. Okay, so meron ka ng kwento, no? There were 91 respondents, no? There were 91 male respondents, and there were 109 female respondents, no? So sinasabi ko, you have to know what categorical variables are. Kasi hindi mo sinasabing the average male, no, or the average female. Okay? Okay, next, what about race? No, let's tab race, no? Tab race. Okay. So what appears in Stata? Okay. So nilagay ko lang tab race, siya na yung gumawa. No? There were 24, okay, parenthesis, 12% Hispanic students. What else? 11, parenthesis, 5.5% Asian students. What else? 20, no, parenthesis, 10% African American students, and 145, 72.5% white students. Okay? So are we clear on how will you present your categorical variables? Okay?
Yep.
Next, let's just have the other categorical variables, no? And then we'll proceed to numerical variables. So we tab what? We tab SES. This is social economic status. Okay, so ito yung result niya. So you have 47 low SES, 95 no, middle SES, and then 58 no, high SES. What else? We tab what? School type. There you go. There were students from public and there were students from private. And then you tab what? Program. So there were students under the general program. How many? 45 students. How many students were from the academic program? How many students were there from the academic program? Ilan?
105.
105. Okay. And how many are from the vocational program?
50.
Students. So that's how you treat, no? That's how you present and interpret your categorical variables. Okay. Now, nakikita ko din sa mga thesis ng mga estudyante, di ba they ask for the age, no, of the respondent. Like for example, age. So nilalagay ng respondent, mayroong 27, 28, 29, 30. These are continuous variables, no? Pero di ba ginugroup natin later, sinasabi natin 0 to 30, ayan, 30 to 40, 41 to 50, no? Okay. Kapag pinresent ko yung age, like for example, the average age, that's a continuous variable, no? Pero kapag gingrouping ko na siya, no, it's already a categorical variable. Di ba? Hindi mo sinasabing the average generation Z, the average generation X. Hindi siya ganon, no? Okay. So sasabihin mo rin, no, how many no are from this age group, how many are from this age group, and how many are from this age group. Kapag nagkaroon ka ng age category, that's already a categorical variable. Okay. Now, okay, how do we treat no continuous variables? The command is sum. Okay, SUM. Okay? So tingnan natin yung sum ni read. Ayan, this is what you present. No? What is the mean? The mean is the average. How do you compute for the average? Di ba kukunin mo lahat ng total, no, divided by 200. So we say that the average, no, that the average reading score was 52.23 with a standard deviation of 10.25. Okay, so hindi ka na mag-excel, hindi mo na siya i-add lahat and then divide by 200. Of course, I understand, no, even standard deviation can be computed, no, using Excel. But mind you, no, ang dami ko nang nakikitang nagpe-present ng mga manuscript. No? Just last semester, they are skipping the standard deviation. The standard deviation, this is the dispersal. No? This is the dispersal of your data from the mean, and it has to be presented also. So I ask the students, no, you have to present the standard deviation, not just the mean. How do you interpret this? No, the average reading score was 52.23. Parentheses SD 10.25. Don't forget, you have to present your standard deviation. Okay, next. This is sum what? Right. No? Sum right. Okay. Oh, by the way, kanina ni-record ko to, no? So, pwede ninyong i-open itong mga commands, no? I can send this. So, meron tayong log lahat ng ginawa nating mga commands dito. No? Okay. So, sum, right? So, what's the result of sum, right? Okay, the average no writing score was what? Was
52.77.
52.775 or 52.78 with a standard deviation of 9.48. And you can do that for math, science, and social studies. Sir, pwede bang sabay-sabay na lang? Let's try it, no? Sum of read, write, math, science, and social studies. Can you do that? Yes. So for example, no, you have 20. No, you have 20 questions. Question 1, question 2, question 3, hanggang question 20. Sir, pwede bang sabay-sabay siya? O some question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. And Stata gives you this result. All right? So this is very basic. Now the presentation of your categorical and the continuous variables. Now this is very basic pero nakikita natin sa mga papers, medyo mayroon pang na-omit. Okay, so this should help you, no, the use of Stata.